Hello, everyone. Happy hump day. Good morning if you're in my time zone. Good afternoon if you're Eastern or Western time zone. I'm Central. I want to talk to you guys real quick about why you're not seeing your dream to come to life. And this is really one of the most common things that we go through as people and believers. We have these awesome visions and we have these dreams and these goals, but we just can't seem to see any progress. It's like we see it, but we just can't seem to make any kind of progress. And I want to talk to you about why real quick. The main reason that we are not seeing growth or development or fruition with regards to our dreams and our goals is because most of the time we're actually sowing discouragement into ourselves. And what I mean by that is, if you have a goal or you have a dream and you've been working at it for a little while and you're not really seeing the progress that you want to see, you generally tend to give up. And this is what we do. We give up so easily. And so when I say that you're sowing discouragement, what you're doing is you're saying, well, I've been working on this for a couple of months now and it's not growing as quickly as I want, so I'm going to give up because I'm not seeing the results that I want. We have to stop being a microwave. Hey T, we have to stop being a microwave society and a microwave generation. Nothing comes easy. Everything takes hard work. So is your relationship with God, and so is everything else here on earth. It's not meant to be easy. And so if you give up every time things are not working as quickly as you want them to work, you're sowing discouragement into yourself, and you're ultimately letting that stop you. You're letting that hinder you because you want everything right away. When I very first started doing ministry, and that's been a year ago, it took a year for me to start seeing any progress. I'm just now really seeing my ministry start to grow, and it's not as big as I want it to be, but I'm excited. Why? Because when I first started, could have given up. I could have said, oh, it's been a couple of months and nobody's watching my videos. Well, I might as well quit making my YouTube videos, or only one person watched my Bible study today, so I might as well stop doing my Bible study, or nobody is liking or retweeting my tweets, so I might as well quit. If I had done that and I had sowed that kind of discouragement into myself, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, and my ministry would not be growing. God asks us to do one thing, and that is to be faithful at all times with our visions and our dreams, with the gifts that He has given us. So that's called being a good steward over your vision. And what generally starts to happen is that we'll work on something and we'll be really excited about it, and we'll work on it probably for about as long as we think that we're seeing some progress, or as long as, you know, we feel excited about it. And then we put something out there, like we put a video out there, or we put, y'all, when I made my first video, nobody watched it. Nobody was watching. When I did my first Bible study, nobody was watching. And I could have gotten really discouraged, and I could have been like, well, nobody's watching my Bible study, I'm just gonna quit. But I said, you know what, God, it's going to take time. And we are so intimidated by the time that it takes to grow anything or to do something or be, you know, everything. God is at work in you. And so His development of you takes time. Where I am right now is not where I started off. And we let the time that it's going to take to heal from a relationship keep us from leaving a toxic relationship. We let the time that it's going to take to build that new house keep us from laying the foundation to build a new house. We take the time that it's going to take to get through school and get that degree stop us. We let it stop us from going to school and get the degree. We let time stop us from doing so much because we are so impatient. And when you're impatient, you are discouraged by the fact that things are not moving as quickly as you want. And that is why we ultimately are not seeing our dreams come to life, because we're letting time discourage us. And then we're letting a spirit of discouragement sink in, and we just give up. So I'm encouraging you today, if you got a dream, if you have a vision, whatever it is you're trying to do, it's going to take time. Everything takes time. God took 7 days to create the world. He didn't just all at one time and one day say, boom, there it is. God took 7 days to do what He was doing. Why? Because He wanted to make sure it was right. And so you got to make sure that you know ahead of time, hey, it may take me a couple of years. It may take, you know, when you go to school, it takes anywhere from 4 to 7 years to get the degree you're going after. But the reward of that is so amazing. And so you got to know that, okay, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen right away. I'm not going to get where I want to get today or tomorrow. A year ago, I didn't think that I would have over 100 followers, and right now I have over 400. And for me, that's major, because I went into it knowing that, okay, God, it's going to take time. People don't know who I am. I'm just this little country girl in Texas talking about what I've been through. But I want to be in ministry, and I know it's not going to happen overnight. So when I see that I've lost followers on Twitter, or when I see that only one person is watching me, I don't give up, because it's something that I love and I'm passionate about. And that's another thing. If you love it and you're passionate about it, don't give up on it, because what you're ultimately saying is, I love it and I say I'm passionate about it, but then the minute that it doesn't look like I want it to look, I give up. That's not passionate. That's not a love for something. Do you think that God has ever given up on you? Why? Why has God never given up on you? Because he loves you and he's passionate about you. Now, that's how we have to be about our dreams. That's how we have to be about our goals and our visions. We have to be so passionate about it that we are not intimidated by the time that it's going to take to accomplish it. And that's what we do with our dreams and our aspirations. It's like, no, that's gonna take too much time, or if my Instagram is not popping by next week, then I'm not doing something right. And most of the time you actually are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It just takes time. When I first I have a hair business, and when I first started doing hair, it took me like 8 hours to do my box braids, and I could have given up, because the first time that I ever did hair, it took me 8 hours, and I was so discouraged, and I was like, this person is never going to come back to me again, because it took me 8 hours to do her hair. And I could have quit, but I said, you know what, I love doing hair, and I'm going to keep doing it until I get my time down. And now it takes me maybe 3.5 hours to do it. Why? Because I didn't give up. I didn't give up and walk away, because it took time. And so we get so discouraged because it takes longer than we want it to take, or it doesn't look how we want it to look after a week or a month or a year. But my ministry didn't look this way last year, and I kept doing it. And so if God says remain faithful with the little bit that you have, and if I can see that I can trust you when you're not popping, then I know I can trust you when you are popping. So if you want to see your dreams come to life, you have to get that spirit of discouragement out of you that says, if I don't look how everybody else's ministry looks, then I'm not making a difference. Y'all, the first time that I had one person watch my Bible study, I felt blessed. Why? Because to me, that was progress. I went from 0 to 1. And then gradually people started coming in, and I realized, I really am making a difference, and I really am doing something, but it just takes time. So whatever you're doing, understand that it takes time, and don't be intimidated by that time. Allow God to do what he's going to do over that time to prepare you for where he's taking you.